City, USA, and home to the Commodores of Vanderbilt, who hope today they will hit all of the right notes. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and we've got a team that makes it into the top 25. Now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the Missouri Tigers, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Vanderbilt Commodores. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Missouri about to kick off to lift the lid on this one. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Commodores offense will take the first swing of the game. And this wide receiver, he's the linchpin to the offense. Sure, they find a multitude of ways to get him the football.
And it's a risk-reward scenario on defense when you're trying to cover this guy, Reese, because you play man coverage, you risk him running by you and catching deep balls, you play too much zone, and then he can hurt you after the catch. A lot of different ways. This guy is very dangerous.
Snags it quickly on the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but, David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time. Like, we got to start today. We got to find something. We got to find what we're really good at, what we can hang our hat on, so we can start to build some momentum throughout the season. Obviously, not the start we wanted, but we got to point to the next opportunity.
And the Commodores come to the line in the hurry-up. Johnson wants to throw it. Fires to the right. It's caught downfield. He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. So after the flag, a fresh set of downs for the offense. It's 1st and 10. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. The Commodores come to the line with a new set of downs. Got the quick pass. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
He caught it! Into the end zone! Touchdown, Doors! You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Tigers offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And it won't be easy to throw the ball down the field today, David, because both of these teams have lockdown corners.
I mean, these guys shut down half of the field. Playmaking cornerbacks that really can play man-to-man and lock down the best guys on the other side.
Yeah, if I'm a quarterback in this game, I am taking a calculated risk if I'm thrown towards one of these two dudes because you're just asking to get picked off.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. They give it to him again. The Tigers get enough to move the chains.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield. It's Johnson. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
And that's just a great individual effort by the wide receiver. He catches this ball way short of the sticks, but because he's able to make the defender miss, now he's able to get the extra yards and turn that into an explosive play.
First down, 10 yards to go. The give to the back. Still on his feet at the 45. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. Here's the handoff. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Fires to the tight end. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
It's a really nice job in coverage defensively there because that tight end, he wasn't really even open. Quarterback just still tried to put it on him and give him an opportunity, but great tackle, short of the stick, setting up 4th down.
No thought of trying to kick the 46-yarder. They'll go for it. On 4th down, trying to keep the drive alive with the run here. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. The head coach told us he was going to be aggressive. He has a lot of confidence in his running game, and he showed it there on that 4th and 2.
And I like that mentality. That's the mentality I'm going to develop with my team. We're going to be aggressive. We're going to go get things. Short yardage situations, we're going to practice them. We're going to be successful, but we're going to go for it.
Finds his man. It's Manning. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
His pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and the hit forced the...
Headed to the end zone. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
And this offense has really gotten to a nice rhythm here on their opening drive of the game. Running the ball, getting it down now into a goal-to-go situation. They really have established a bit of a physicality here early. Let's see if they can keep that up.
Now on 1st and goal as they try to answer that opener with a touchdown of their own. Trying to pound it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers.
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
Lining up to add another. Splits the uprights. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Leaves it with the back. Dances away from one. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front.
The freshman able to get home with the sack.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Second down now after the sack. Johnson looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they'll knock him down.
I love quarterbacks that are decisive and that put the mustard on the passes. When you need to put the ball on a line in a hurry with some extra hot sauce, you have to do it. Good job by the quarterback understanding zone and hitting that curve.
And the Commodores are stopped, but not before getting the first down.
Man, this offense continues to do such a great job on third down. One of the best in the country at it, and the reason why, they keep it manageable most of the time. Third and short.
Picked off. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
Turns it on in midfield. Then he breaks into the open. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
Man, it would be hard not to continue to feed this guy the rock. He just makes big plays. Last week you saw it, over 100 yards making big plays already in this football game. He is a big play waiting to happen.
They build their attack around those big plays, and they got one to give them a 1st and 10 in the red zone at the 18. Touch pass on the jet sweep. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference. Be great in your conference. Get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally. They just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding job of doing that this year.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, the power run here. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
When I go into every game, I want to get my running back going. I want to get the ground game going, and he has. This afternoon, over 100 yards now, showed you a little bit of everything in the run game, and that's why this offense has been humming.
The Tigers trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Second and goal for this offense. On the ground, it's Roberts. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
He's now 3rd and
goal. The big fellas coming out in the goal line defense. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown.
Well, you tried on 1st and 2nd, and you couldn't pay it off, so let's not overthink it. Let's just go quarterback sneak. Let's just let our guy get low, pick the side he wants to run to, drive his legs, and put the touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Johnson wants to throw it. Dances away from the heat. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain. It's a 1st down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. He wants to throw. Might be looking to run. He'll try to do it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. He's looking to throw. Scrambling away. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the 1st down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Now they're going to throw it. Got it in the middle. It's Spence. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Commodores moving quickly to the line. Looking to pass on second down. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be third down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Catch in the middle, it's Brown. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Got some room headed to the goal line. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
These guys aren't human either. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Tries again to get it in. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Right there, I think you need a better play call. You got to help your quarterback out a little bit because the throw has got to at least make it to the sticks. On that last play, you're basically trusting the guy to make a few dudes miss in order to go pick up that first down. I think you need to start being a bit more aggressive here when these third downs present themselves.
So they get the late field goal right before the half and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Oh, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there.
False start.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Looking for a productive play on first down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. They want to throw it. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He can haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, a stirring start to things today in Nashville as we say hello from our broadcast studios.
And the Commodores will kick it off to start the second half. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
And, David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you got to do something about it. I think the defense maybe time to start committing more guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much.
Wants to throw on first down. Quick strike complete. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding. I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
The completion short of the sticks. It's 2nd down. To the ground with the back. Makes the stop at the 49. Give him 5 yards on the play and a first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down marker.
Missouri comes to the line with another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Showing the arm strength to the left. Fires into traffic, it's picked off. Running through contact. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that off.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And that's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
After the big first down sack, it's 2nd down. Johnson looking to throw. Buys a little time with his feet. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Commodores send out the punt unit. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. Makes a move. Wide open, and it's a foot race. What a return there. Found a little running room and put his team in great position. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. This is like a gift to have starting field position like this, Jesse.
You're absolutely right. It's ideal. And, David, they practice this. Sudden change situations. You have got to be able to pay this off now if you're on offense.
Yeah, and you want to pay it off. You practice it, but set it up in a goal-to-go situation. This is as good as it gets for this offense to succeed.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Setting up the screen. Knocked down for the tackle.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
He'll sneak it and try to surge forward. Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Johnson wants to throw it. He's right on target. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Grab near the marker. It's Coleman. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and he add the answer to the test right here.
He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. And the Commodores come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield. The running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. Off play action. Fires to the middle. Got his man. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Nice play design on that one. You make it easy for your quarterback, too, because it's easy to see what's happening right in front of you. Over the middle of the field, you can see where defenders are dropping. You can see where the soft spots are in zone coverage. And just a really nice job by the QB locating his guy and making an accurate throw.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Johnson looking to throw. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
It's now 3rd and goal.
That's the end of the quarter, and Missouri has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He's got it on the run, and he'll be smacked to the ground.
Man, and this is why coaches get paid the big bucks. You get the stop here. I'm down multiple possessions. Do I kick it now because it's a hard 4th down, or am I putting the foot on the pedal and staying aggressive to try to get a touchdown?
He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Utah is putting on a show offensively. They've built up a comfortable lead against an opponent that's really been outmanned. They're up by 18 over Arizona State. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
Picks up 3. Second down coming up.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Power football with the run. He'll push his way out to the 38, pick up a 3. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Ncaa. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
The give on the inside. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Fast motion from the offense. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
No doubt the offense at this point of the game with the lead late, they're going to try and run the football, and they're going to try and bleed the clock. They need all ball carriers to stay in bounds to keep this clock ticking, just like that guy did there.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Using his legs, it's Roberts. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Missouri has it ready to go with another first down. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You can see, gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs through him.
We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. Wouldn't be surprised to see them go right back to the run on 2nd down and maybe put this thing away. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And the Tigers get it past the sticks. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. He'll pull it down and run. Get all you can, then get down with the slide. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. It's Lacey. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down. Johnson wants to throw it. Finds his tight end. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the 1st down, you get out of bounds, you're working the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the 1st down. He's going to pass. He's got an open man. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
1st down, Commodores.
Looking to throw it again. It's complete to the left. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. The clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Quickly gets everyone set. They spike it to stop the clock.
Brings up 3rd down.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
He will not get it. A 4th down stop for this defense as they try to salt this one away. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Final minute. This game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, know they're going to get the victory.
This quarterback has been struggling to find a rhythm in this game so far. Didn't have a ton of success in the 1st half, so here he is trying to ignite the offense with a deep shot, but they're not able to come away with the completion.
2nd down after that incompletion. He's looking to throw. He'll take another shot here. Makes the catch down the right side. And he's running in the open. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up 1st and goal.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Timeout called by the offense. 23 seconds remaining in the game. And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in just a little bit. Caught near the sticks. It's Manning. Touchdown, Missouri! And the punishment has been extended. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Vanderbilt has him back and heading out to go on the attack. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance.
Gets away from one, finds some space. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. To the air on first down. And a little too much adrenaline on that throw never gave his receiver a chance. After this, it'll be a wrap. Johnson looking to throw. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, you know, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.